and welcome to Reclaiming My Life. I am so excited to introduce to you all my special guest, season 1 of Reclaiming My Life co-author, my sister friend, my birthday twin, Dr. Tiffany Tyson.
Hey,
Welcome,
sis.
Hey, you like that, didn't you?
I love that. I was like, she's rhyming today. I said, I love that. I love that.
Yes, yes. It's so good to see you and
It is
have
great to
you
see
back
you.
right here on this platform with me, reclaiming my life.
Yes, thank you so much for the invite.
Yes, absolutely. You know, sister friend, wow, what a journey.
Yes.
You know, reclaiming my life. We just launched After the Storm. And,
Yes.
I'm truly honored that you have joined me in both books. Reclaiming My Life, you talked about there is hope. And then After the Storm, perfect peace. Talk to the people.
Yes. You know what? This is 2023, and it's time for people to not only have hope, but to reclaim their perfect peace.
Yeah.
Because when your peace gets interrupted, you can't sleep at night, you're feeling anxious, you're discontent, you even might have migraines. And so sometimes you got to let some things go, you got to forgive, you got to forget, and you got to pray.
Yes.
You know what? And so when you pray and you keep your mind focused on God and you work the word, guess what? You're going to remain in perfect peace. There are going to be some challenging days, some challenging times, but you pick up that word is going to help you get through. You fall down on your knees and pray, and God is going to help you. And you know what? When you stay in perfect peace, you're also able to, guess what? Stay in your purpose.
Come on now.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. And it's a good word for the people, because so many people are not in perfect peace.
Mm-mm.
So many people, they don't have hope. So your chapters, they are so important in the book because, we have co-authors that are talking about the trials they've gone through, the trauma they've experienced, the storms, then you would come behind it all with, perfect peace and, giving people hope, but where do you pull most of that from yourself?
You know what? Sometimes I not only think about sessions that I've had in the office and what people are dealing with, and sometimes people don't have support. It's very important to have support in your life, whether it's your family, your friends, your pastor, your coworker, somebody you can trust, though, that's not going to have your business out on the street or on
Right.
Facebook, but someone that you can trust. And sometimes these individuals, because of their environment or people that they've been around, they weren't able to pick up coping skills.
Right.
And so coping skills can be anything, again, going back to prayer, can be writing in your daily journal, thinking about gratitude, sometimes, or even just self-appreciation, because sometimes we can get so caught up into what we don't have, we're missing out on what we do have, because you know what? God has given us all a gift and a purpose. But
Yes.
sometimes we have to let go of the noise that's either going on in our heads or let go of the noise that we're hearing from. Sometimes you can have some negative family and friends. And that's why you got to let those people go. You have
Yes.
to stay around positive people and people that are pouring into you and speaking life into your goals and just loving up on you and supporting you in your dreams.
Yes. Yes. I love that you said that, because you say you can have people that are not positive in your circle.
Yes.
People don't realize that, because say, you and I, we're friends. I mean, we don't have this issue, because
No, we don't.
I'm giving an example here. But, say you and I, we're friends, and you're saying, I think I want to do this. And, you got so many goals and, so many dreams. And I'm saying, well, you're already doing that. You think that's not positive. That's not rooting you on. Sometimes people want you to stay in the same space because they don't want to elevate. They don't want you to elevate. You know, they're comfortable. So, you know, they feel that if you elevate, then they won't have you as a friend, which is selfish, you know. So I love that you said have positive people in your circle. You may have a circle, but it's not always positive, you know. So look, we got this book coming up.
Yes.
You know, but that's God. That's God, because we've seen from the very beginning in Reclaiming My Life, then we, you know, doing the podcast, Reclaiming My Life, right here on Preach the Word Worldwide Network, Reclaiming My Life. I mean, you know, God gave me the vision. I'm the visionary author of the books. But when I tell you that He is moving mountains,
yes,
people are coming to us saying, I'm inspired, I'm motivated, I'm empowered.
That's what it's all about.
Yes. Exactly. Exactly. You know, so here you are, you know, you riding with me. You ride, you still ride.
Still ride.
What are you looking forward to the most in this upcoming, the final chapter, Reclaiming My Life After the Storm?
You know what? Just continuing to inspire people in their day-to-day lives, whether it's, you know, whether they're going and trying out for a job. And sometimes people, they feel like, you know, again, I've been through all of this. I don't feel like I'm worthy enough to go after my dreams. My dreams may be to be a lawyer, to be a teacher, to be next congressman, but they may feel like their past is holding them back. So just to continue to inspire people and to let people hear the stories, because they're like, wow, they may be feeling like they're the only person that's dealing with this. But when they hear the stories of others and how they were able to overcome, they can sit back and say, wow, if they can overcome that, I can overcome that and be the best them.
Yes. Dr. Tyson, let the people know how they can connect with you.
You know what? You can connect with me through Tyson Multimedia, info@Tyson Multimedia, or 252-281-4884.
Awesome. Thank you so much for stopping by. And you know, you must join me again right here on Reclaiming My Life. We'll be right back. And we're back. And now I have another beautiful, beautiful special guest, co-author of After the Storm, Miss Patrice Baxter.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, beautiful. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Awesome. You know, I'm so excited and still on a high from our book launch, After the Storm. Now, you talked about addictions or addicted, but not the addict.
Right.
Talk to us.
Well, I wanted to bring to light that when a person is addicted to drugs or alcohol, it doesn't just affect them, it affects their family members as well, or their loved ones. And it's, you know, most people just concentrate on the addict and getting them back together and getting them back on the right track. But the family members are affected as well, and loved ones are affected as well, because they have been through, from the beginning of the addiction all the way through them getting better, they went through that part, and they have feelings and things that have happened to them that they're trying to deal with too. And, you know, and sometimes it's not always the greatest situation when somebody is going through their addiction, and they break, a lot of people like burn bridges with those people, or those people don't trust them anymore. And it's really hard for you to gain your trust back with that person that was addicted if you've been hurt, or, you know, like some people actually go to the point where they steal from them, and it's a lot to deal with. And that's why I wanted to talk about, you know, being the addict, but you're addicted, but you're not the addict, because sometimes people just absolutely forget about the other people that are affected by the addiction.
Right, absolutely. Let me ask you, you know, with you being, you know, in relationships with people, you know, whether it's friends or family members, you know, how did it affect you personally watching a loved one be addicted and how did you feel? Did you feel helpless? I mean, can you go into that a little bit?
Well, a lot of the times I felt you go through different phases. The first phase is angry, and you try to you think talking to them that they're going to change, but once you get into like the different levels of it, I actually went to a therapy session with my ex-husband, and he really broke it down to me so that I could understand going forward that when you're dealing with a person that is an addict, it's not them. It's like something is controlling their mind. It's not the person that you love and care about. So when you start to see it from that perspective, it puts a twist on everything, because you have to keep telling yourself that's not my loved one. They're acting out like this because of the drugs or the alcohol. So
Right.
as me, how it affected me is at the beginning, you be angry, then you are hurt, and then you're like, God, why is this happening to me? It makes you feel like, why am I with this person and I'm going through all of this? Why do I have to be the person that go through this as well? So it's a lot of different stages that you go through when you're going through with an addict. But if you hang in there and try to see it from that point of view, that this is not my loved one, it's somebody else, you can get through it. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying that you won't get mad, you won't be angry, you won't be disappointed,
Right.
but you can get through it. You just have to be willing to get through it.
Right. One thing that I loved about your story, Patrice, you had a happy ending, and it reminded me of a marriage. And although, we're talking about a marriage, but, a lot of times when we're going through different trials in our marriages, we, too quickly give up, right? I don't want to do this anymore. I'm gone. We forget about the vows for better or for worse. If one is sick, oh, I'm tired of taking care of you and I'm gone. Or, if one lost a job and now you're financially struggling, oh, I don't want to be with you anymore. I'm gone. So many different reasons why marriages fail, but what I love most about your story, you stuck it out. You went through so many different phases, of hurt, being angry, probably feeling alone a lot of the time, but you stuck it out and you have a happy ending.
Yes.
What if you had given up? And this is what I love to say to married couples so often, like, you really left because y'all hit a rough patch, with your finances, or because, your spouse got sick. We don't stick it out. What happened for the worst part?
Well, that's this generation. It's like the throwaway generation. If things ain't working out, they gone. They throw it away. They easily give up. Yeah.
Yes.
And going through the different things that I was going through, my mom, she was like, God will work it. I never forget her words for as long as I live. She was like, God will work it out. She said, now God is true to his word. He will work it out. She said, but are you willing to wait for him to work it out? Because it's not going to be on your time. It's going to be on his time. Yeah.
So one more time, give us mama words one more time. Because people
God
don't
gonna work
wait
it out.
part and be patient.
Yeah, you got to be patient. Yeah. And I was patient, and it worked out because like I said, if I hadn't waited, I wouldn't get to see my husband like he is now. Yes. And it just made me feel glad that I waited, because now we're in a whole different, setting. It's like we did make it through the hurricane, the storm, all of that put into one.
Yeah.
We made it through there, and now things are way better than they were ever before.
Come on with your testimony, girl. And I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy that you reclaimed after the storm, baby.
Yes.
Yeah, you just gave a word to the people. Y'all listen now. It was a lot of nuggets in that. A lot of nuggets. Let the people know, Patrice, how can they connect with you?
I have my email, which is patricekelvin39@gmail.com. I'm on Facebook and Instagram as Patrice Baxter as well. I have a notary loan signing agent business, so you can find me on Google Business as well. If you have anything that you want to ask me, I'll be happy to help.
I love it. And I love you. And I'm so happy for you. I'm just so happy. And I'm also honored that you're joining the final chapter, Reclaiming My Life After the Storm. That'll be coming out soon as well.
Thank you. And I love you too. God
yes,
bless y'all.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Be blessed. Be blessed. And we'll be right back. And we're back. Today, I am truly, truly honored to have had my co-authors on here of After the Storm joining me, sharing their testimonies. And to end this segment, I have another co-author, Mr. Nasir White. Welcome.
Hello. Thank you, Ms. Cody Massey. How are we doing today on this lovely rainy day?
Wonderful, my friend. How are you?
I'm truly blessed. I hear just networking.
I'm sorry?
I'm out here networking. I went to the library and I found a way I could talk about the book in the library too also and donate the book to the library.
Awesome. That's awesome. You know, it was truly an honor to have you in After the Storm. And today I just wanted you to stop by and just talk to the people, give them a snippet of your story. So, they would be so intrigued to purchase your book, and I know I'm gonna say it for you. This story is dedicated to our military family.
Yes.
Thank you for your service, Nasir.
Thank you very much. Yes. Appreciate that very much. It's very honorable for 22 years.
Yes. Give the people a little snippet of your story.
Well, a little snippet of my story in the After the Storm book right here. I talk about my military life in the war zone. I spent 22 years in the military. You always get ready, prepped up, you always train for war. But until you go to the war, it's a whole different thing. Training and being in the war is a whole different thing. So my section, the last book of section, page 83 in the book, right? I talk about my life before I went to the military. I talk about my father who was in the military too also. He served in the Korean War and all that too also. He died when I was 15. I talk about my upbringing in New York City, man. I'm originally from Brooklyn and Queens, New York, and joined the military back in August 10th, 1984. I knew I wanted to do because my dad had served too also, and I knew that I wanted to serve too also, and not really following his footsteps, but it was just the right thing to do at the present time when I graduated high school. So during the trainings, I spent a lot of time with different military units, Fort Gordon, Fort Jackson, South Carolina, Fort Gordon, Georgia, Fort Jackson, South Carolina, Fort Bliss, Texas, Fort Hood, Texas, been around different places to know that. And you train for war with different conflicts coming up in the Somalia conflict, Persian Gulf conflict, ORF, OUF, different conflicts, different war zones to know that. But as you read the section in my book, it really impels you what happens after the war. You come home to also suffering post-traumatic stress syndrome, sleep apnea, different health ailments and everything else too also, and getting the help that you need as you come home from the war.
Yes. And after you came home, of course, like you said, you really suffered from PTSD, and a lot of times, our soldiers are suffering from PTSD. They refuse to go get help. They don't want to be, stigmatized, but, let them know how it has tremendously helped you receiving the therapy that you've received.
Well, it helped me a whole lot. I went down to McGuire Hospital here in Richmond, Virginia, where when I first came home in 2005, I didn't really see no change too much. I seen some changes, right? I went back to work, but I just noticed some changes already happening. I stayed sheltered. I got depressed and all that. And I didn't think I had a problem because I didn't want to be stigmatized about it too also. But during the course of action, I finally went to the VA, going to the different group programs they have down there. I was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress syndrome. I was in denial for a while, but then again, with the help, the therapy, the medication, and this has been some years, since 2005, here is now 2023. So just finally reclaiming my life and bringing things back into order. You know, it wasn't an overnight fix. Depression, suicidal setting in, and everything else, and then all that stuff was real. I went away to the hospital for 9 months in Hampton, at the Hampton VA in Hampton, Virginia. Went down there for a little while, and the section of my book just talks about how I overcame the good Lord's blessing and therapy and everything else, also to be a manageable person in society. You know what I'm saying? A lot of soldiers come out, they commit suicide because they can't take it, or they wouldn't go back in. A lot of divorces hit families because they can't take it because they don't know how to respond to be in the civilian world. You be in the military life so long, you be in the war zone so long, it changes you all the time too also. Yes. And I thank God that I overcame my life to be a better person and to see more things more clearly now. You know, and still going through some stuff, but also too, I'm nowhere I used to be at.
That's right. That's right. Glory to God. You know, and I just want to say, you know, that although we're strong, you know, and we want people to see us as strong people, it's okay to not be okay. You know, it's okay to get some help. And to Nasir, I just want to say that, glory to God, I'm just so glad that you have reclaimed your life.
Yes, I have.
Yes, let the people know how they can connect with you so they can purchase that book and
you
get
can connect with
full
me.
Story.
You can connect with me, purchasing the book through my email at NasirYJid@gmail. I'm also on Facebook as Nasir YJ at Facebook too also. And also too, if you want to call me directly, you can call me and just want to talk. If you're a military soldier or your military spouse, you're going through some stuff like that, you know what to do. You can also call me too also, because I talk to a lot of military friends that has been going through this also, and they're still going through it. And we all stay connected because we all have a background in military stuff, and sometimes we need some other folks to lean on. And sometimes your civilian friends may not understand what you're going through. So you may want to call me at 804-627-1375. The book is an outstanding book, and my section of the book is about military life in a war zone, because it really changed you in the war zone. You train up. You train up for this event to happen, but once you actually go and happen, it's a totally different thing, and everything's not in the book and in the war zone, you know. So hear more of my story. Please connect with me, and I'll be glad to share it with you.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much for stopping by Reclaiming My Life, Mr. Nasir.
Well, thank you very much too, Ms. Cody Massey.
You're so welcome. You are very welcome. And to our listeners and viewers, we thank you so much also for stopping by Reclaiming My Life. And we will see you all next week. Be blessed.
She lives with John 3:16 as a daily reminder. This verse serves as a representation of why she gives so freely of herself, firmly believing that if God could send his one and only Son to die for our sins, surely she can give of herself to be of service to others. She has a heart that beats with immeasurable rhythm of caring and love. Her arms continuously stretch longer and longer, and yet they never seem to break. This is all evident by the love, care, and commitment she has as a mother, first raising her 3 daughters, for a while as a single mother. She displays a positive example for her daughters as her mother did for her. Many of us have heard or read stories of the close bond she and her mother had and the love she still has for her mother. When it came to mothering, she didn't stop with just her 3 daughters. You see, she received a call that there were 3 little girls, sisters, who needed some extra special love, attention, care, and guidance. And she answered that call with a yes. And just when you might think that would be enough just to take care of them, no. Her love and her heartbeats grew even stronger for them. Those arms stretched longer and wider. She gave more of herself and made them legally hers by adopting them. We have a message from her daughters. How tremendously blessed we are to have come from such a woman as our mother. When we think of all she represents, we are amazed at her daily grace, her strength, resiliency, persistence, love, passion, and her unwavering commitment to her faith, her family, and to her community. A message from her husband. She is my everything. Selfless, supportive, nurturing, and patient. She has a heart for God's people and consistently demonstrates this through community service and feeding the homeless. She possesses a love like no other for our entire family, especially our children. She can cook, and she does give the best hugs.
My mission is to encourage and equip others to believe in the possibilities of a happier, healthier, and fulfilled life by inspiring positive change through talk therapy sessions.